Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we are going to talk about Trump and his acceptance speech at the Republican National Convention, where he formally became the Republican nominee for president. We will talk about the speech. We'll talk about whether or not it matched with the messaging, how it might play. I promise this video will be shorter than the speech. In fact, all the videos today will be added up, will be shorter than the speech. So, the messaging that went out. Trump is changed. He's going to preach unity. He is going to be a statesman. You are going to see the best that Trump can be at the convention. Okay, that was the messaging that went out. They telegraphed that for, 4 days or so. So the speech started. About 10 minutes into it, I'm sitting there like, hey, he must have listened to his handlers, to his political advisors. He's doing pretty well. About 20 minutes into it, it started to kind of wobble. By, 40 minutes into it, fact checkers around the world were calling in relief. And it didn't go over the way he wanted until the final 15 minutes or so, and he pulled it back together. My guess is that the beginning and the end were the work of his political advisors, and he filled in the gap. It was an hour and a half long. My theory on that is twofold. One, it's Trump, so he wanted the biggest and the best and so on and so forth. It is the longest acceptance speech in history. It also was probably part of the plan to showcase that, Trump can stand up there and talk for an hour and a half and compare it to Biden. If the entire speech was like the first 15 minutes and the last 15 minutes, yeah, that probably would have worked. I don't know that it will, given how it went. If this is the best that Trump has to offer, there's not much of a change here. There was that promised new tone. The speech really didn't live up to it. I don't think that this won over many moderates. As far as undecided voters, I don't think that this is going to be something that sways them. A lot of the talking points within it, they're the same Republican talking points that have just been hammered home over and over and over again. Nothing new, nothing about policy, nothing about real solutions to it, just the same grievances. I don't see this as being something that is going to be incredibly powerful when it comes to swaying people. There were points when even the attendees kind of looked, not bored, because they never look bored, more anxious, kind of a when is this going to end thing, but not bored. When you are talking about a Republican crowd, Trump does keep them engaged. But they did look like they were waiting for it to end. So that's what occurred. That's the speech. It did not live up to the hype as far as unity. It did not live up to the hype as far as a new tone. It did not live up to the hype as far as showcasing him as like a real statesman. Unless the media goes and just pulls clips from the beginning and the end, and that's what they put on TV, I don't see this as having really any effect on the election, on undecided voters. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.